everybody? Welcome back to Start McCleary. I'm Sean, and today we are going to do a comparison of which is better. We are going to compare which Jeff Gordon car is better. Would it be his rainbow car or his flame car? We're going to talk about both of the cars. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of pictures of each car. Talk about, talk about the history of them. And at the end, I'm going to decide which is better. Basically all that good stuff. So, why don't we get started? For the rainbow car, Jeff Gordon started driving it at the start of his Cup career at the 1992 Hooters 500. Throughout the history of the rainbow car, we all remembered that car with Jeff Gordon's dominance in the 90s. Throughout this time in the rainbow car, Jeff won 52 races through that course, and also 3 championships. The great thing is about the rainbow car, it was a really colorful, compared to some of those previous cars during that time in the 90s, Jeff Gordon's car was the most colorful on the track. It was mostly red, it had a yellow strip, had a green strip, and a light blue strip, and then in the middle of the car it was dark blue. Okay, a lot of the cars, they don't have that many colors on it. It would usually be like the whole car that is the main paint. It wouldn't be multiple colors. Jeff Gordon's car was one of those few cars that did that, and then stuck to it throughout the next several years. Since Jeff drove that car in '92, at first he struggled, then he started to pick up and become one of the greatest drivers. And I really like this car. The rainbow car really sticks out compared to other drivers on the track. It was really when you see through a track, or when you see a bunch of drivers racing together, you do know which one's Jeff Gordon, and you do know where he is when he's driving his car. So he can be easily be seen due to those really bright and beautiful colors on his car. So let's go ahead and talk about the flame car. From the start of his career, from 1992 to 2000, Jeff drove the rainbow car. And then in 2001, he drove the new car, the flame car. But however, unlike the previous car, the flame car was not as colorful as the rainbow car was. But however, it had a better, unique paint scheme on it. When it was first introduced, it was basically red flames with a yellowish-greenish outline on the flames, and it had a dark blue base. And the great thing is about the flame car is that, it like the rainbow car, it stuck out. It also stuck out too. But in my opinion, the flame car was really creative of how they did it. It's not like they just put a bunch of fireballs on the side and stuff. They created an actual flame base where the front of the car is red, and they design it to make it all flames throughout the front of the car. So the flame car was definitely more creative, and it definitely looks. And then when you look on the track, it definitely looks more. And here's the deal. Jeff did not have as much success in the flame car as he did in the rainbow car. It looks like he would have better success in the flame cars because, when you look at that car, it definitely looks fast. Compared to the rainbow car, the rainbow car, people, when Jeff first started, people thought he wouldn't make it as fast, but which he eventually did. The flame car really stuck out and made Jeff, look also stand out more. It was like a next chapter in Jeff Gordon's career. Throughout the course of the time in the flame car, Jeff only won one championship, which was the first year he drove it in 2001. But he also won. I think I don't know the exact amount of races that he won. It's I think he probably won 25 races during that time. So it's definitely not near the success compared to the 52 wins Jeff had in the rainbow car. So it's not the success that he had before, but it is still a car that a lot of people remember. And the Flame car it is a really cool looking car. You know, it really, despite not having as many colors as the Rainbow car did, it really had had a more creative design to it than the Rainbow car did. So let's get to the next part, the conclusion. Now, don't get me wrong, both cars are very unique. All right, I mean, the Rainbow car was, you know, like I said before, like really stood out to like any of the other cars on the track, and then the Flame car was, I think, more creative than the other car. But both of their cars were both unique, and then back to the Rainbow car, I think the Rainbow car, you know, when they first designed the car, I think they did a fantastic job of how they designed it and everything. And then once you know, times were changing, they were really smart to update the new cars and made it into a new flame pattern. And then the Flame car, with at least with the red flames and the blue base, was around until 2008. And then in 2009, they got the orange flame with the black base. So, yeah, both cars are really unique. But now it's time for me to pick. Now, the car that I'm going to pick, which is better, even though they're both really good, but in my opinion, the better one would have to be the Flame car. Because the Flame car, I just looks more powerful. You know, looks more fast. And, you know, to me, it just looks more creative than the Rainbow car does. And don't get me wrong, the Rainbow car is awesome, but the Flame car just really, you know, I really like those kind of cars more, in my opinion. So, you know, that's all I gotta say. But what do you think is the better car? Say it in the comments below. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Start McCleary. Peace.